Hello and welcome to the Share It with Ishani podcast. And I'm Ishani Gupta, radio anchor and a public speaking coach. Here's a reminder, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I bring in one podcast episode every single Saturday. So today I have a very special guest on my show from the US. She's a life coach and a motivational speaker. And she's Tateisha Perry.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, so Tateisha, please, can you tell our viewers how did you start out as a life coach?
So I started my business in 2017 as a motivational speaker and a life coach. And it was a little rocky in the beginning, not having too many clients and not finding, speaking arrangements. But I was able to revamp and reorganize my business and figure out what niche I want to target and what niche audience I want to target and what I really want to do. So with that being said, I started this year, kind of like a grand reopening and researching and started doing podcasts and trying just to get my business out there in another way.
Yeah. So can you tell us that what was that inspiration that pushed you to become a life coach? Because usually there are a few things from our personal lives that pushes us to take one or the other step. So what was that for you?
So what pushed me to become a life coach was all my life, not all my life, but when I was in school, I was bullied. I was born legally blind in one eye. And so with that being said, I had surgeries and sometimes I had to go back to school with like eye patches on my eyes. And that started bullying. And so as I grew up, I had, these things that I internalized that I never really kind of faced. I got my master's in 2014 in marriage and family therapy. But to make a long story short, one of my children got bullied. And that's when I was like, okay, enough is enough. This world is too many people that's negative and just not doing positive things. And that's when I said, I'm going to start a business to inspire people, to uplift them and encourage them to be the best that they can be. And so that kind of was my inspiration, just to, stand up and stand out and say, it's not good to pick on people or to, make people feel bad because people internalize that, and to be happy with the way you are,
Absolutely.
So that was my inspiration.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Actually, these are the things that help us realize our mission, because there are certain things which many out there might not know. There are people who might not know our story, what pushed us to take one step ahead. So I'm really glad that you were able to share that here on my podcast. So it is really wonderful, the thing that you are doing. And so what exactly do you teach in your program? What messages do you give? What lessons do you teach? Yeah.
So I focus on mindset and habits. A lot of times we have habits that we don't realize, like procrastination is a huge habit that someone might have, putting off something because they don't want to face the reality of what's going to happen. So I tackle procrastination, little things that they do that, that is hindering them to be the best that they can be. Their mindset, you can think I can't do it. So then you believe you can't do it. So I tackle, help them to change their mindset to believe I can do this. I am good enough. I am worthy. So those are some of the things that I do. With motivational speaking, I talk about my life. I talk about, my beginnings, where I came from. I'm a mom of triplets, so I talk about that and how that changed my perspective on life.
Oh, wow. Actually, I need some tips from you on how to get rid of procrastination.
The funny part is I used to be a huge procrastinator only because I was so nervous about what would happen in the future. And what I started to do is just realize life is going to happen regardless. And I started just, making plans for, okay, today, number one, journaling is great. Journal your feelings, journal how you feel about why you're putting things off, any anxieties that you might have is one great tip. Two, it's planning out your week, even if it's small steps. Like today, okay, at 8 o'clock I have to do this, and 7 o'clock I have to do that. So planning it out prepares your mind and prepares you for what's coming.
Yeah.
So those are some tips that you can work on with procrastination.
Thank you so much. But what about the part that I just go on sleeping throughout? I just put the alarm on.
That's just more you are at your sleep. I don't think that's procrastination. You just want a little bit of extra time. Sometimes we need a little extra sleep.
Yeah, I guess so.
As long as it's not hindering you, though, as long as it's not hindering you for doing something that's important. So if you're just hitting the snooze button to sleep to make yourself late for the appointment, then that's where the procrastination comes in, because you don't want to do that appointment. But if you're just hitting the snooze button because you're just like, okay, I just need 10 minutes extra sleep, like I just need to rest a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, even I believe it. At least 7 hours of sleep is required by the body, and we should give that sleep to it. We should not snatch the body out of its rightful thing. That is
exactly.
Yeah. So, Tateisha, can you tell us something about self-esteem? You shared your story about how you were bullied, and then even your child was bullied. So, what psychology goes behind that? And how can a person deal with that? Because often what happens is a person who is a victim of bullying has a very low self-esteem. So and sometimes we don't even realize that we have low self-esteem. So how do we deal with that?
So that's all about that's a lot of internal work. So, doing the internal work inside, making sure you're looking at yourself and saying, okay, this is me, this is my face, this is my hands, these are my eyes, and just accepting who you are. Sometimes it just starts with you accepting who you are. Looking in the mirror and say, this is me, I am good enough, I am worthy, I am, I'm destined for greatness, I am beautiful. Whatever you can tell yourself, there is positive affirmations. So some people will speak positive affirmations to themselves every day. It takes 21 days to change a habit. So if you take 21 days and you're speaking, let's say you look in the mirror every day and you say, I am beautiful. And every day you say that for 21 days. They say that you should be, after 21 days, that your mind is going to start to believe that I am beautiful. So little things like that. I'm working on your trauma. Bullying is traumatic. For anyone to have to deal with someone laughing at them or calling them four eyes or you're ugly or big nose or whatever they call you, it's traumatic. Some people might need therapy. Some people don't believe in therapy, but some people might need therapy. Some people might need to process it with someone that's a professional that can help them. Yeah. And besides therapy, just working on you, just taking the time to really work on you. Some people go to the gym. I talked to a young man that does art. He does art and he expresses himself through art. So taking any positive platform and using that can help you a lot. And number one, it changes your perspective about yourself. Or be a mentor for somebody else that have been bullied. There's so many kids out there now that's, they're being bullied. Mm-hmm. And taking the time, if you have time, just to be somebody's mentor and say, listen, this happened to me and I'm great and you're great too. Sometimes that's all we need to hear is that you're amazing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful message. Sorry?
Thank you. No, I was just saying sometimes we just need someone else to just pull out the good things that we have inside ourselves because we can't see it ourselves.
Yeah, that is true. In fact, I would like to share my own story. Just before starting this YouTube channel, I had to take so much courage to go in front of the camera and start speaking out, because I am a radio personality. I can speak on mic, I can speak on air, I can speak live. But the fact that I had to stare at the camera, I was being recorded, that consciousness itself was making me so nervous, and I had to muster all the courage to come before the camera and be on camera, be on a video. Before that, I had one YouTube channel, and I was not using my face at all. It was an animated channel, especially because of the fear of coming out in front of the people. So I was making content from behind without showing my face. So that was the kind of low self-esteem that I was facing. There were some of my friends telling me that, hey, come on, you are making good content. At least go and show your face. What is there? Right? And said, no, I don't want. But somehow I did, because I had to be in front of the people no matter what. I had to show my face. Otherwise, it was of no use.
So if you didn't share that with me, let me tell you something. I would have never believed it. You seem like you're very confident and you're very good at what you do. So, thank you for taking that leap of faith, because if you would never take that leap of faith, you would never have this platform for me to come on.
Oh, wow. That is so powerful. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
So, Tateisha, you were so wonderful. You have shared such beautiful tips on my channel, on my show. Can you also share some final message for those who are suffering from low self-esteem, and those who might not even know that they are in that particular situation? So just addressing them, a few lines.
So, number one thing, believe in yourself. If, when you believe in yourself, you can accomplish the world. Just believe that you can do it. Believe that you are good enough. Believe that you are beautiful. Believe that you have everything you need inside of you to be great. Just believe. Believe is the first step. When you believe, you can achieve. So that's number one. And number two, just again, if you need that little extra help, therapy, there's nothing wrong with therapy. Go into therapy. If you don't want to go to therapy, hire a life coach. Hire a life coach and just help work on your goals to help you remove some of the stuff that you need to remove out of your life so you can be the best you that you can be. A lot of people they're givers, but they never want to receive. You have to receive help sometimes, and accepting that help can help you be the best person that you can be. And then number three, looking for outlets like this, podcasts and books and journals and magazines and whatever else that you can find, music, anything that can help you be inspired. Look for things that can help you be inspired. Look for positive people that you can put in your life. Somebody that's doing something great that you where you want to be at, whatever field. Let's say you want to go into being an author. Find an author that you can follow that is inspiring, and follow that author. Let's say you want to be or I don't know, a singer. Follow a singer that you want to, that inspires you, and see how that singer does what they do. Sometimes finding people that are inspirational, people that are doing great things, people that's doing what you want to do can help you get to where you want to be at.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was really beautiful. And I had a lovely time talking to you, Tateisha. I hope.
Me too. Thank you.
I hope you continue with the good work. And for my viewers, I would like to say that do check in the description box if you want to connect with Tateisha. All the links are provided in there, and you can get in touch with her. So that's all for today. I had a wonderful time talking to Tateisha, and I'll see you next time with another podcast episode. So signing off from Share It with Ishani. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Have a great day.